Kaya baba, rasa tarabaluya baruke shatarabaluka. Listen to the Are you listening? Make you hear, make you hear, make you hear me now. Make you hear, make you hear, make you hear me now. Make you hear, make you hear, make you hear me now. Make you hear, make you hear, make you hear me now. Originalism, king of the spiritual, king of all. He has something to say. Oh, my God has something to say. So listen, can I get your attention? I've got something to say. I beg to make you pay attention. Me, I won't communicate. We want to vibrate. Tell them the more they leave you, make you reason. The talk to conclude and understand you. Hey, you know how it is. You know who it is. When I made my last advertisement, when I said if you would want to know the reason why I made this statement at the end of the book,
I know that we are leaving. I know that we are leaving. Leaving Babylon.
I want you guys to understand what I meant by that. I want to elaborate, and in my elaboration, I'm going to take you through history. Seems irrelevant, but let me just open your mind a little. How the hell did a continent that didn't exist become world power? Civilization. From the development of humans to prehistory to Stone Age, now entering the Bronze Age, metal came into use. It was used all across Europe and into India. The first place metal was used was Europe and India, not America. By 1500 BC, the earliest form of writing began on the Bronze Age, called the cuneiform writing of Sumer, modern-day Iraq. The first form of writing, Americans start writing. The Iron Age, the first people to hit iron, people that started making things with iron. We are the Northern Asians, Hittites, in the 1300s BC. Not Americans. The first wheels used for transportations were made by the Sumerians, sometimes before 2000 BC. Not America. The ancient Egyptians. At that time, they had the knowledge to build structures like pyramids. From their construction began. They invented or had the knowledge of writing, which was based on an alphabet of 700 picture symbols called hieroglyphs. Egyptians had many gods that they worshipped because they believed each played a specific role. The pharaohs were both political and religious leaders. At that time, they was able to discover the secret to preserving the body from decay for thousands of years. The Qing dynasty. The Chinese dynasty led by King Shi Huangdi unified China from 2021 BC. He standardized the writing language, the currency, the weight, the measure. It was their idea, they standardized it. America didn't do that for them. They was able to build the longest and the largest construction in the world even up till now. The ancient Greeks. The Greek civilization left lasting legacies in politics, medicine, science, the arts, and architecture. So the American didn't begin science. The Greeks was made up of around 3,000 city-states. They valued education, using observation and reasoning to learn about the world around them. Doctors such as Hippocrates studied the body and illness. Scholars such as the mathematician Archimedes and the philosopher Aristotle laid groundwork for the modern science. They also believed and served different gods. The Roman Empire covered most of Europe and reached into Africa and Asia. The Roman games were bloodthirsty games. The Greeks and Romans shared a love of drama. The Romans were great builders and engineers. The Maya civilization was at its peak between AD 250 to 900, but then it mysteriously went into decline. How the hell does a civilization go into decline? Like, I really would love to know how that is being done, or how it was being done, or something like that. Medieval Europe. The medieval period or Middle Ages lasted from the 500s to the 1400s. The Middle Ages or the medieval period was a time of war between the gods. The Axis. This was the period when Christianity was awakening. Its life of hardship with many wars, famines, and plague. Religion was more important than countries. The churches influenced everyday and political life. Why do you think religion was more important than the countries? Age of exploration. From the 1400s onwards, European explorers sought new lands, gold, silver, and precious spices to spread the Christian faith. Conquering the Aztec civilization of Mexico was among the first casualties of European exploration. The New World. Between 1492 and 1502, so this is when America was recognized. The Italian sailor Christopher Columbus sailed his fleet west from Spain 4 times. He hoped to find a new route to Asia. However, he did not realize that the islands and mainland where he landed were part of a new world, the then unknown continent of North America. Between 1519 and 1522, Ferdinand Magellan sailed the first around the world journey. He died on the way. The Inca civilization of around 12 million people, based in and around the Andes Mountains in South America, was known by the Spanish to have a lot of gold. The Age of Revolution. Revolution came when America was born. Get it, yeah? Across Europe and North America, a period of revolution helped shape the modern age. In many countries, democratic governments replaced the rule of kings and queens. The French Revolution. From 1789, bad government and a huge gulf between the rich and the poor fueled a revolution in France. The American Revolution. The 13 colonies of North America resented the taxes and laws that were imposed on them by Great Britain, partially funded by France and fueled by ideas of independence. They fought against the British from 1775. The war was won in 1781, and American sovereignty was recognized from 1783. The Industrial Revolution. During the 1700s, the introduction of new technology and new resources of power led to the beginning of mass production. It started from Europe mostly. Migration. America is inhabited by migrants. It's migrants who started America, people from other continents. 1800, Western countries created huge empires in Africa and Asia. North America and Australia attracted many migrants from Europe. The first settlers were sometimes exiled criminals, but many people followed in search of work and then stayed on and sent money back home. Country is a migrational country. The discovery of gold deposits started gold rush in USA, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. During the 1800s, people from around the world came to mine and pan for the precious nuggets, and many new settlements were established.